What's going on, everybody? My name's Logan, but for the purposes of this YouTube channel, you can just refer to me as the Professor of Rock and Roll. I'm here today to give you an overview of what I want this channel to become. When I started this channel 2 years ago, roughly 2 years ago, I set out to actually make videos. If you take a quick look at my channel, you can tell I failed in that regard. I always put it off. It was like, I'll do it later. There's going to be something that's going to prompt me to do this, and then I'll do it, and then that will be the end of that. But then I put it off later and later, and since it's the new year, I figured, why not actually do something and keep a New Year's resolution for a change? So, this is the channel. The reason I wanted to start this channel all 2 years ago is because I've noticed a lot of people in my friend groups believe that music is more so in a vacuum than you'd think. And I've always found that to be false. Excuse me. I believe very strongly that every single musical act or genre or anything is a product of everything else before it, no matter what genre. I mean, there are very little elements in 2018 pop that are in 1959 rock, but it's something's there, something, one single sound, and that's enough for it to tie back. It's not a new thing. So the thing that I wanted to do with this channel, mostly, whoops, was to teach everyone who wanted to listen. So what I'm going to do with this channel is there's going to be a series of videos, hopefully starting next week, that we will discuss rock and roll in its entirety. Yes, that's a big undertaking, but I really want to do this, so I'm going to. We're going to start in what I believe to be the pre-rock era, so the 1930s and 1940s mostly. And then we will examine why rock and roll started and how it distinctly differs from any other musical movement of the time, how it got so big in the 60s and 70s, how it kind of took a backseat to pop and arena rock in the late 70s and early 80s, how it kind of revived in the late 80s and 90s with the grunge scene. Just a disclaimer, I don't necessarily like the term grunge because every single band in that category can be categorized as other things, but we'll get there when we get there. Rock and roll as a movement is a bit of a roller coaster, more so than other movements, because other movements aren't as niche. It's very weird to say rock and roll is niche, but you look at pop. What is pop? Pop has what characteristic? I mean, yes, the sound has been relatively the same, but the subject matter and the approach have been different. Very different. So, pop encompasses a whole lot more different styles, at least on the outside looking in, than rock and roll. And I mean rock and roll in its earliest form, meaning the mid 1950s to the mid 1960s. So, that's going to be the channel. For starters, at least. I'm going to take a look at that stream of consciousness in a way and examine how things changed, mostly within a given decade, but important times will be given a closer look. Like 1967 is a really important year. 65 is an important year too. 70 is an important year. But we'll get there. So I just wanted to give you guys an overview of what this is going to be. I'm going to post a little bit later, hopefully within the next week, the first video that will give you a little bit more of a setting of where this is going to go. So look out for that. And also, I mean, there's a trend going across the platform, which is kind of actually how I got started, but we'll get there. The trend is reaction videos, and I don't mean shock reaction videos because that's been a thing since the internet. I mean music reaction videos. People who are not acquainted with the genre of rock being exposed to it, and generally I've seen them enjoy it. There are a few reactions that you can tell are overhyped to gain a response, but most of them seem genuine. And being a fan of that type of genre since I was born, essentially, it kind of gives me a sense of joy to go, I know what that feels like. I've known what that feels like for 20 years now. And people around my age are just experiencing it now, which is fun. And it makes me feel a part of a community that I don't exist in yet. I mean, I have because I enjoy the music, and music itself is a community, but yeah, I'm rambling. So, thank you for watching, and be on the lookout for the next video and the reaction videos. All those people, they all got me into this unintentionally. I mean, not a whole lot of them even know who I am, which, yeah. If you guys want me to do a reaction video, or I guess it would be more like a review video because 99% of the things that you could possibly send me, I probably already heard. But if you want me to do that, let me know. Comment section. Play nice. See ya.